Hello class 6, let's continue the chapter 1b, the river valley civilizations. In last video we started Mesopotamian civilization which was flourished in between rivers Euphrates and Tigris. Okay, Sumerians had built many temples of gods and they were called ziggurat. Ziggurat, the meaning of ziggurat means the meaning of ziggurat is the hill of heaven or mountain of God. Ziggurats were decorated with statue of many other gods. Temple were made up of burnt bricks. Colored tiles and marble slabs were used. These were very high, almost reaching the skies, built in a series of tiers. Okay. While checking your assignments, I found students were confused while writing Hammurabi's Code of Law. Here question is that discuss Hammurabi's Code of Law. There it is written main features of Hammurabi's law. From there you can write your answer. Okay, you have to write there. Okay, here Hammurabi's, see, the Code of Hammurabi's is a well preserved ancient law code created ca 1790 BC in ancient Babylon, a state of which came in Mesopotamia. Okay, one of the states of Mesopotamian civilization. It was enacted by the 6th Babylonian king Hammurabi. Hammurabi became famous for his code of laws. He got this law carved on both sides of an 8 feet. This is 8 feet high stone shaft and placed it in the temple of Marduk. This is the temple of Marduk. Here only he engraved his rules or engraved his code of laws. Okay, for all the people to see. The code contains 282 paragraphs or laws which deal with every aspect of human life. See, here you can see laws were engraved here, okay, or carved here. Now, system of writing. Cuneiform script is the earliest known writing system in the world. Cuneiform script is the earliest known writing system in the world. The Mesopotamians were the first to develop the art of writing in the world. They were the first. They began it somewhere in 4000 BC, first by drawing picture. They used to do it by drawing pictures. Cuneiform writing emerged in the Sumerian civilization of southern Iraq around the 34th century BC. It began as a pictographic system of writing. It was a pictographic system of writing. You can see this script was written in pictographic form. Okay. They wrote, Mesopotamian wrote on tablets of clay with the help of reed or bone, sugarcane or bone. It had a wedge-shaped point. Okay, this type of wedge-shaped point. For this reason, their script came to be known as cuneiform script. They wrote with the sharp pen. They wrote with a sharp pen called stylus, and the shape of stylus was wedge shaped, pointed, okay, like a pen you can see over here, and this is called stylus. They had developed 350 signs. They wrote from right to left. How do we write? We write left to right. We write left to right. While a Mesopotamian, they used to write from right to left, as Urdu is written like the Urdu language script. Urdu is written from right to left. After writing on clay tablets, they were dried in the sun or even baked in the fire. These can be seen in a London museum and have been deciphered by the scholars. Decipher means read or interpret. Growth of knowledge. Thousands of clay tablets have been dug out from under the earth. At Tello in Sumeria, there was a big library having more than 30,000 tablets. The Tello library was perhaps the first library of the world. Tello library was the first library of the world. From these clay tablets, it appears that the Mesopotamians were interested in literature, especially in stories, poems, hymns, and epics. The epic of Gilgamesh is world famous. They had interest in mathematics. 60 was an important number in their numerals. Their system of counting was called sexagesimal. Our division of an hour, a minute, into 60 parts came from the Sumerian system. Third is, the Mesopotamians were quite good in astronomy too. Astronomy, the meaning of astronomy is having the science which deal with heavenly bodies like planet, stars, okay. There were observatory in every city. From there they studied the planets and stars and gave names to these planet or stars. Again, students, in this question, analyze the main occupations of the Mesopotamian people. Agriculture was the main occupation, and then after domestication of animals. Also, you have to write Mesopotamian skilled craftsmen. Also, there were goldsmith. You have to write all these things while writing answer about occupation. Okay. Now, next civilization is Egypt. Egypt is a large country located in the eastern part of Sahara Desert in North Africa. And why do we call it Gift of Nile? Because except for the narrow strip of fertile and stretching along the banks of the river Nile, the rest of the country is completely desert. The Nile is thus nature's great boon to Egypt. Boon, blessing. With the help of canals, dikes, and reservoirs all along the course of the river, Egypt has developed an excellent agriculture. The Nile has also served as a national highway for water transport. Because of this, Egypt became the birthplace of the world's oldest civilization. That's why Egypt was called the Gift of Nile by the Romans and the Greeks. The civilization of Egypt developed during 3000 to 2000 BC. This civilization was flourished during 3000 to 2000 BC. But in the 18th century, Egypt was overrun by invader, attacker called the Hyksos. They ruled for a few years in Egypt, but they ruled over Egypt for a short period. They ruled over Egypt for a short period, but soon the Egyptian kings regained their land. Egypt, they could get their land back. Now, the Egyptian society, there were four classes in Egyptian society. The highest in rank was king. The first rank was given to the king and he was called Pharaoh. As you studied in Mesopotamian civilization, there were three classes, while in Egyptian civilization there were four classes, social classes. The highest in the rank was the king. The highest in the rank was king. He was called the Pharaoh. King was called the Pharaoh. His family members also enjoyed the highest status. His family member, that means first rank was given to the Pharaoh, who was king, and his family members. And the second rank was given to the noble person. Noble person type Jagirdar. Okay, they were given this second rank. The priestly class and the officials. Second rank. Third rank, they were the farmers. Third rank was given to the farmers, the cultivators, the craftsmen, and the artisans. Artisans, skilled craftsmen. The lowest rank was given to slaves. The lowest rank was given to slaves. Most of them were prisoners of wars. Prisoners of wars means the country which was defeated, soldiers of that country was made prisoner. Okay, and later on they became what? Slave, and they got fourth rank. They did all sort of odd jobs in their masters to whom they were attached. Majority of these people lived in misery and poverty. They lived a miserable life. Egyptian women enjoyed a good status in society. They could own and inherit property. They could get property from their parents. They were even permitted to ascend the throne. Queen Hatshepsut was the first to ascend the throne. You can see the picture of Queen Hatshepsut. Now, occupations and craft. Here also, main occupation was agriculture. They also domesticated animals such as cows, pigs, sheep, goats, donkeys. Horses were used by them for drawing the chariots during war and peace. Crafts like pottery, spinning, all these occupations you will write. Okay. Also trade and commerce. Here you understand the difference. If question is there, economic life of the people of Egypt, in that case you will write occupation. Also you will include trade and commerce. After writing all these occupations, you will write trade and commerce also. But if they are asking occupation, you will write all the occupations. Now, trade and commerce. Trade and commerce were also in the hands of Pharaoh and his nobles. They exported means they used to send in another country clothes, jewelry, glassware, etc. Imported, they used to bring from another country gold, ivory, and other items of luxury like oils, perfume, silver, and timber. Internal transport was through boats and barges along the Nile and the canals. Donkeys and camels were used for this purpose on land to carry things. That's all for the day. We will continue this chapter in next video. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.